welcome. So my name is Miss Ray, and this video is for if you missed your first day of live biology class. So you might be saying, but you're not my teacher, and no, I may not be, but the biology team has split up all of the videos. So sometimes you will see me, I'm Miss Ray, sometimes you'll see Miss Dool, sometimes you'll see Mr. Moreland, and sometimes you'll see Mr. Dumpy. So we've split up these videos amongst all of us. So if you miss a day, sometimes you'll see me, sometimes you'll see your teacher. So it's totally fine. But this is if you missed your first day of biology. This is a review video, or if you forgot something and maybe you want to come back and review. So first off, if I am not your teacher, you can disregard this contact information, but your teacher's contact information will be found on the home screen of your Canvas page. I'll have all the information that you need to find on how to contact your teacher. So we started today with doing some just introductions of everybody in the class to get to know each other, and then we just went over a review of the syllabus. So I'm going to go ahead and go over a review of the honors biology syllabus. So as you guys know, this year we're starting off all virtual. So what that's going to mean for you guys is to log into Canvas every day and try to stay connected and engaged. In biology, we have a lot to get through, and what I consider a short amount of time. So being engaged, practicing, making sure you're logging into Canvas and keeping up with your assignments is going to help you significantly. So our class, while we are virtual, is going to consist of attending live sessions twice a week for 45 minutes. They're split into odd days and even days. So some days you will have periods 2, 4, BKT, and 6. And other days you will have periods 1, 3, 5, and 7. The morning of all days is split into office hours, and I'll talk about those in a minute. So outside of live sessions, you will also have some individual or independent work. And the reason for that is we're meeting together in person, only it's probably less than half of the time we would typically see each other in a week, which means there's going to need to be some work done outside of class. So those will consist of things like video notes, maybe virtual labs, some practice assignments, and those will be individual work. But when you hear about individual work, don't necessarily believe that you have to do it on your own. If you log into our office hours, we are more than willing to help you out. Now we can do some of the questions together and do some practice. And this year being virtual, we really need to be sure that you and your teacher are communicating regularly. I don't want, and I know none of us want, you to have questions that don't get answered. So if you are struggling with content, you need to practice vocab. Maybe you don't know how to study or what to study. Maybe you want some extra practice with a certain topic. Please, please, please email your teacher. Log into office hours. We are here to help you. Do not be afraid. That's what we're here for. And we want to be sure that you are successful. So that's what that time is built in for, so take advantage of it. We are here to help. So again, we're going to have live instruction and then independent work. Live instruction oftentimes will consist of something that you will need to turn in at the end or during that period. So if we are doing... maybe we're doing some practice, going over some practice, having a bell ringer, that you will need to turn in at the end of the period. So that would be considered independent work. So don't think that during live instruction there's not necessarily anything to do. There will be things that you need to turn in from the live sessions. Then there will be independent work outside of that. I think we're going to try to keep our due dates on Sunday evenings to get work submitted. And again, those are things that you can come to office hours and we would be more than happy to help you go through. So those would be things, video notes, practice, maybe some small projects, things like that. One very important thing this year while we are online is going to be netiquette, which is being responsible on the internet. So make sure that you're using respectful, professional behavior and language in all of your virtual settings, whether that be in a Zoom session, in the chat, on your discussion board, or anything that you turn into your teacher. Just make sure that you are being respectful, professional, using academic integrity, so doing your absolute best not to cheat. No cheating. Make sure you're turning in your work. Being appropriate in any GIFs or emojis that you use. And one thing that's going to be important for both us as teachers, but also you as students, is we are not allowed to record or screenshot actual class sessions. So that goes for students and teachers because you're actually in your house and there's a privacy barrier there. But for every single live session we have, there will be a video going over what we missed for that day, and it gives you another opportunity to get your attendance for the day. So whether you attend your session live or you watch the video like this afterwards, that'll get you your attendance, and it'll be sure that you don't miss anything. So if we review how to do a certain type of practice problem, you can come in, watch the video, and catch up, essentially. So in biology, we study lots of things. This is our general sequence of what we study. In the first quarter, we just start off with experimental design, how to set up experiment, scientific method, what is biology. Then we go into ecology and natural selection, so large-scale living things and how they interact. Then we go into biochemistry, carbs, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. And second quarter, we start the cell theory, cell membrane, how things move in and out of cells. Sometimes I think this year, these are going to be moved into the third quarter just because we're starting late. And that's photosynthesis and cellular respiration, as well as DNA. Then we go into protein synthesis, how cells divide, and then genetics. Genetics is always fun. And then we'll end the year doing population genetics, so genetics on a whole population level, evolution classification, and we will end with an extensive SOL review. So this is your grade breakdown for the class. Your midterm and your final are worth 20% altogether. Test, exams, and large projects are going to be 36% of your grade. Starting week 3, at the end of every week, you will have a mastery check, and that is worth 28% of your grade. You will get to take each mastery check 3 times. So if you take it the first time and you don't like your score, make sure you take it again, because you get 3 chances and you want to get that 28% as high as you can. And then independent work, things that we work on in class, practice, answering the questions in video notes, that would be the 16% of your grade. So a little bit about late work. If you turn something in late, you can get up to 75% of the original grade. So if it was due on Sunday, but you turn in on Wednesday, the highest you can get is a 75, which is a C. However, if you turn something in late, but we've already went over it in class, so it was due on Sunday, we reviewed it in class on Monday, and then you turn it in after that, the highest you can get is a 70, which is the highest possible D. However, every semester, so before winter break and then after winter break, you get 4 late passes. And what that means is you can turn 4 things in late and we pretend like it was on time. So you're going to want to make sure you time these appropriately so you don't just use them all at the beginning. Now for your tests, if you take a test and you get a D or an F, you can retake your test for up to an 80%. But before you retake, we ask that you come in, review the stuff you struggled with, and then you can take it again after you've reviewed. There's no point in really taking it again if you haven't studied more, or if you don't even know really what you struggled with. So we can pull up the test that you took and see what areas you need to practice some more in. We can help you out, and then you can take again and do better. So every day, obviously, we're online. You're going to need some type of computer with a webcam. You'll need to log into Canvas every day. We recommend having a notebook or something to write with handy, just because most days you'll log in and you'll have some type of practice problem to start the day with, and you might find it easier to write than to try to just figure it out like on a Google Doc or in your head. So we recommend having something to write with nearby. Biology is an SOL class, so as of right now, we are proceeding as if the SOL is happening. No one said it's not, so we are going forward as if it is. So right now, it is happening at the end of the year. One thing that we would like you guys to do, everybody, all students and parents, have been signed up for Remind. Remind is an app you can download on your phone, or you can just go to remind.com right on your Chromebook. You log in using your Charlottesville email, and you should have all of your classes there. One thing that we're going to ask you to do is to change your settings in your Remind so that you receive text notifications. We know that you check your text every day, but I'm not sure if you check your email. So if I send out a reminder about due dates or upcoming tests or things like that, I want to be sure you get them, and you'll be more likely to get them if you get a text. I have mine set up to get texts so that you can send me a message. I'll get a text, and therefore I can respond much more quickly. So again, make sure you stay connected. Check your email, check your Canvas every day. That's not just for this class, but it's for all of them. Office hours. We have scheduled office hours. I'm going to show you where to find those on my Canvas page here in just a second. And it has times where you can come in and talk to us. We can work on independent work. We can practice vocab, study skills, anything like that. At any point, if you need tech help, make sure you fill out the tech help form, and this is also on the Canvas homepage. That way you can make sure that your computer is up to date, and that way you can be sure that your internet is working. So whenever you experience tech issues, you need some help, make sure you go here and fill this form out. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to Canvas just to show you a little bit. So this is my homepage. Your homepage on your Canvas will look maybe a slightly different, but most of us biology teachers have our homepages set up very similarly. So you will have the contact information for your teacher. I have my own page. Some of us put it over here on the side. I have mine both places with my email, phone number, and extension here. Remember, you can also use Remind. The link to our classroom and our office hours right here on the home page. You can click it. And here are the office hours I talked about. These are my office hours. You are going to want to see your teacher's page for theirs because I've corresponded mine with the classes that I teach. Your teacher might not necessarily teach the same topics. So, as you will see here, in the mornings on Monday and Thursday, there are office hours for the even sessions. And then Tuesday and Thursday are the office hours for the odd classes. For me, because I teach all biology, anytime I have a biology class, as I listed here, you are welcome to attend those office hours. So if you are in my first period, but you happen to get up late that day, but you have a question, you can attend the 7th period office hours. That's fine with me as long as you're biology. I'm doing biology all of these periods. As long as you have a biology question, you are free to attend any of these. I'd rather answer your question in a different biology period than not answer your question at all. So you can come in any biology period or any that say all. So those are my office hours here. I've also put a link to a virtual textbook. And then at the bottom, I just have the daily schedule if you need to reference that. The main place that you will find beneficial, other than getting your links here, is if you go over to the sidebar. I'm going to move myself down here. Modules. That's the first one on the side because it's the most important. So you click on modules. And hang on, I haven't published mine. Let me leave student view and show you my modules there. So you will have, because I only have Wednesday biology this week, you'll see the week. So this week is September 8th through 12th. And then you will see the activities for the week. This here, they're going to be separated out by date, and everything is going to be listed here. But also, if you go into Bio Weekly Overview at the top, this one's going to be your best friend because It's going to have everything for the whole week. Now, this week is a little short for my biology just because I only see you guys on Wednesday. But essentially here, you will have what we're doing in class on Wednesday and then what you need to do on Friday. Fun thing that I'm going to do here, and I'll go ahead and do it while I have you guys on, is I'm going to put links right here on this page. That way, when you come here, all you have to do is click there right on that link and it'll take you exactly where you need to go. And this week is short, so there's only actually one link for me to put here. But some weeks when we have multiple things you need to turn in, this will be a place where you can see the links to every assignment all in one place. So this page will be helpful for those of you who like everything nice and organized in one place. But it's also going to be organized by day here in modules. So this is Wednesday, but let's say I had a class on Friday too. You would see Friday here with the assignments listed under it. So everything you'll need right here in modules. We're going to go over more in Canvas on the following days this week, the second day and third day of class, but I want to be sure you guys are a little bit familiar with it for now. The one thing for this first week that you will have to submit is the syllabus contract form. So that was that first assignment that I showed you in Canvas. So during a typical year on the first day of school, you get your syllabus and then you have a little form for you and your parent to sign. This is the same thing, just digital. So when you go over to that assignment that I showed you in modules, the contract form, when you open this up, here's the link to view your syllabus. So you would view your syllabus, you open it up, you read the syllabus. After you read it, you click on the form, and then you fill out the form. So this form is saying, yes, you have read it, you understand it. The second one is saying, yes, my parent or guardian has read it, and they understand it. And then it also asks for some parent contact information, as well as how you prefer us to get in contact with you. So if we need to talk to you about anything at all, do you want us to email? Do you want us to send you a remind text? Do you want us to send you a Canvas message? How do you want us to contact you? So that is what's in that form. And that summarizes the first week. Again, if you have questions about anything ever, email your teacher. Visit our office hours. We are there and available to help you. So don't be shy. Come and see us. Alrighty.